Know your place, yeah, know your place, yeah. I got like right now, I'm impatient. I got women on the cell trying to give me. I still wish it would, I still wish them well, yeah. Put my problems in. Only check up when the checks come. My pockets looking best up. All the talking never stressed us. They talking like they jealous of me. They talking like they never love me. They talking like they next.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Defense showing blitz. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last two plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll drop the throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. A good pickup there at 22. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught by Crowell. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Andrew Billings coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now the Packers get set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Rodgers to Montgomery on the draw. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Browns. 65 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
A first down carry now for Crowell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Let's go. Detroit. Back down in that Philly. Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Getting set to go again on the offensive side, Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. He is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. On play action, they'll throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Detroit! Here we go! Over!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it. He's under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Encroachment defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And shutting through the tackle. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
Here we go now. On there, look at 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now let's go. Leopard. Back to that Philly. Here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Detroit! Over! Good! Now, here we go, Philly, here we go!
looking to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Going underneath for Crowell. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He'll look to throw. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more, so that gives you a little bit more space inside if you're a receiver.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. Green, 30,
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound...
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. will give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final.
Not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes Ty Montgomery and the rest of his offensive mates to take over. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Devin Funchess with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll set up a throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Check, Patriot! Patriot!
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Browns on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be third and a mile. Back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's caught. It's Stewart. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter.
Detroit! Leopard!
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect him. It means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And yet again, nowhere to run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
5 yards on the pickup.
319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
319.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He completes it to Stewart. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings. coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Going deep downfield for Ross. A man is caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Here we go now.
He'll drop to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Ty Montgomery and the rest of his offensive mates to take over. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
To throw on second down. Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Now he opts for the spin. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's Rodgers looking to throw on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, It'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. They will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it'll be their first loss of the season. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Seem like everybody nowadays, Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now? I'ma show you how to act now. I'ma show 'em how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show 'em how to act. Okay, now picture little Bobby, just a youngin' run around with his man's in his hand, feeling like a man. Run for the put it to your brain like. Everybody know you ain't about it. Everything you talk about. I know I can live without it. Red light, stop, green light, go. Everything ain't what it seemed like. I know. Hold up, what you mean? Where you been in? This is merely the beginning again. What you been living in? The box under the bridge, like Anthony Kiedis, looking for something to complete us and maybe lead us. A long way from equal is how they treat us. Body of a builder with the mind of a fetus. Turn on the television and see the vision they feed us. And I wish I could erase that. Face facts. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs some, everybody love. Everybody know how it go. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs some, everybody love, everybody know. I've been knocking Joe down like it witness. God is my witness, I'm witness, but on the real I think I need another witness. If it was 17, black dad and white mama wouldn't change a thing. Light skin, certified as a house. Go figure, in my blood is the venom master. It's like the devil playing space with the pastor. But he was born with the privilege. Now what the fuck is that? People told me as a child, as a little boy playing with his toys, I should be ashamed. And some people look ashamed when I rap, like my great granddaddy didn't take to the back. Not accepted by the ghetto. I don't give a praise God, I can see the light. Everybody talk about race this, race that. I wish I could erase that. Face facts. Everybody people. Everybody bleed, everybody needs some, everybody love, everybody know how it go. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs some, everybody love, everybody know. Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Seem like everybody nowadays, Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now? I'ma show you how to act now. I'ma show 'em how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show 'em how to act.
Yeah, pulling up with the crew.
Oh my goodness.
Must have done same with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.
I would take notes if I were you.
Oh my goodness.
This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true north.
Oh my goodness.
Smiling with 50 carats in my jaw.
Oh my goodness.
The law, it's a shame, rhyme. crime. It's a shame they let us jump out of Bentleys with dirty vans. Hit the stage for 15 minutes, get 30 bands. Swiss bank counting clean money with dirty hands. With some hood that's ready to with the. Since I came in, it made my name a name brand. French Paris clubbing like a caveman. We threw up the pyramids, now they say we Illuminati. I'm a tsunami, what the it's a little yachty. No blood diamonds, I rock gold like a king. Jury so cold, made them blow the nose off the Sphinx. You think I'ma be some type of role model? I go full throttle, desperado, that's the motto. Vic in Chicago is Hugh Hef at the grotto. Brazilian model, she mean mugging like Frida Kahlo. Drinking it with an Alicia Machado. I'm the ticket, you just hit the lotto. Pulling up with the coupe. Oh my goodness. Must have done same with the roof. Oh my goodness. You sitting looking stupid on the stoop. Oh my goodness. I would take notes if I were you. Oh my goodness. This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true north. Oh my goodness. Smiling with 50 carats in my jaw. Oh my goodness. The law, it's a shame, rhyme. Young Vic the diamonds, finest. I shine like puff shine, shines if I sign to the rock cause I'm timeless. Top off the Mozzie, my behavior is mindless. On kids, we major, you mindless. Fresh out the cell to the booth, drop the roof. I'm still in the hood, tell, shoot. Hope with a club. The judge, you rappers is false flagging, you a fashion. What's cuz, what you know about? What's Velo? Why Barry Lee, your head ringing? Free Vic Mensa, I'm a star, chain swinging. This that music, you can blame Reagan. I'm ball mayin' without paying. Y'all playing, we playing. My Himalayan. The lotto, that's a sacrificial lamb. I'm season cam, no matter, blam. Pulling up with the coupe. Oh my goodness. Must have done same with the roof. Oh my goodness. You sitting looking stupid on the stoop. Oh my goodness. I would take notes if I were you. Oh my goodness. This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true north. Oh my goodness. Smiling with 50 carats in my jaw. Oh my goodness. Yeah. The law, it's a shame, rhyme, crime.
Every other night I'm outside with the. You ain't got chips. The world, you got chips. You could the next man's girl. Sounds harsh, but they been ripped apart my world. The way Kiss told it should never be misquoted. The that you wave on the camera, we been toting. Selling love potion my whole rap career, so your streams and downloads could never match the kids. We could go foreign until it's boring. My sheep will keep jumping the fence until you're snoring. Street poetry, I'm more Wale for Lauren. Till the world is mine like Illmatic and Lauren. Written on to a table full of fresh skin in the type of rappers we know. Got the right numbers on it. Burn the Carter down like I'm Nino.
Pulling up with the coupe. Oh my goodness. Must have done same with the roof. Oh my goodness. You sitting looking stupid on the stoop. Oh my goodness. I would take notes if I were you. Oh my goodness. This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true north. Oh my goodness. Smiling with 50 carats in my jaw. Oh my goodness. The law, it's a shame, rhyme, crime.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. There wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm begging on one of my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models and smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I'm a Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Yeah, I got that I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got less on my list and you next. I ain't famous like I want it.